Alright, welcome back YouTube. Sorry it's been so long for uploading. Just been kind of busy with some other stuff. But anyhow, little update. I went out, it's probably been about a week or so ago now, and actually raced a hair scramble race on the 400. And actually did pretty good. Ended up taking second place during that race, so that wasn't too terrible. Like I said, that was actually the first hair scramble that I'd ever raced, so thought that wasn't too bad. But during that race I ended up losing my back brakes, so I ordered some new stuff for the 400. So I got new rotor and pads and stuff that we're going to be putting on it today. So if you guys want to stick around and watch me change some brakes and stuff on here, stick around. So thanks for watching. Alright, so like I said, first thing I did is I took the wheel off. First thing you're going to want to do after the wheel is off is I like to basically bend these little tabs back and just crack them bolts loose. So you don't have to take them all the way out right now, but so I normally use a hammer and a screwdriver. Just a couple little taps just to bend these back. So there's little lock tabs. Nothing major. Alright, once those are bent back, then you need a 12 millimeter, I believe it is. Yep. And then, like I say, I normally just break them loose, just because it's a little bit easier to break them loose when the caliper is attached. Alright, so now that those are loose, we'll move you over here to the other side. There you go. Let's see here. So now there's two 12 millimeters, I believe, right? Back here. We'll pop those out and actually, yeah, we'll pull those out. Alright, let's see here. There we go. Alright, once you get those two 12s out, you should be able to slide the whole thing off. There. Now, as you can see, there's not very much brake pad left on that inside pad, so that's probably why we lost most of our brakes. So, like I said, once that's out, let's see here, you can pretty much pull these out, and I think your pads will slide out. So there we go, that pin's out. Come on. There we go. We got both of the pins out for the pads, and then, like I said, now you can just pull the pads out. Like I said, there's all kinds of dirt and shit that gets packed up in there. You'll want to clean that out. So, kind of one of the downfalls to these 400s is it seems like they do hold a lot more brake, or not brake, but mud and grime up in the top of them than the 450s do. So there, we got the pads out. You want to make sure this here slides free also. I mean, that could be part of why the pads are, which that one's kind of stuck, so maybe we'll pull that apart, clean the pins up, But like I said, that's just a couple slides there, which that one looks free, but maybe yeah, we'll pull that apart and clean that up. The other thing I want to do is pull this brake rotor off, and let's see here, I think, yeah, you need a 6mm Allen to get this brake rotor off. Like I said, normally make sure you get all the dirt cleaned out too of those, 'cause sometimes those are hard, but I always kind of pull it up and it'll bind up against that, but you gotta make sure you pull it nice and square to break them loose, or else you'll strip it out. So there, and then so just kind of roll it back and pull those bolts out. And then there's 4 of them, so you'll have to do that 4 different times. But like I said, I'll go ahead and get this off of here, and once these bolts are out, we'll show you how to get the caliper off. Alright, once you got all the bolts out of the brake rotor here, all you gotta do is kind of tap it back off of there a little bit. There you go. And then just turn it. It'll slide off, you know. Once you turn it past those, there you go. Slides right over everything. So then you can get the brake rotor off. So that's all there is to getting that off. So we're done with that. Let's come over here and see. Here we go. Up here. So here's what I ended up getting for it. Just a Tusk brake rotor and some Tusk brake pads. So we'll get this opened up here and actually compare them to the stock ones and see what you guys think. Alright, here's the two side by side. Like I said, they're the same exact overall size. I mean, they have to be pretty much the same thickness. So not a lot there. Like I said, I'm kind of looking here. The braking surface seems to be about the same. What I'm actually really hoping for is that during that race, every one of these little holes was packed full of mud, and it just didn't have any way of cleaning out. And so I'm hoping that maybe this wave rotor here will help keep some of the mud from getting packed in there and plugging everything up, and then maybe a little bit better stopping power. But like I said, I didn't need much more stopping power. Like I said, I was running a cross country race. I wasn't going terribly fast, but like I said, I'm also on a bone stock 400, so I just kind of want to get it set up so that I can have brakes through the whole race. So we'll go ahead and get this brake rotor on there. Like I said, there's the pads, but we'll get the brake rotor put on, and then I'll get that caliper tore apart and cleaned up. Alright, I know I said we'd probably take it for a test ride, but I lied. Probably not going to do that in this video, because I remembered I got some more maintenance I have to do. One thing is I definitely need to get the chain adjusted. I get that axle nut tightened, and then get my air filter cleaned out, because I mean it's looking pretty nasty after that race, and I need to get the oil changed. So in the next video, like I said, if you guys keep watching, we'll probably go ahead and do an oil change on it, clean the filter, and a little bit more maintenance on it. And I also got some new front tires I want to get put on it too before this next race. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.